Hey friends. Guys, my hair is so dirty right now. Ooh. So it's been about like a month and a half, I would say. A month and a couple weeks. I just been, can't even really say lazy, because that's not really it. You know, life has just been lifing. And I don't know if anybody else has like been in that mental space where you just can't do anything productive at that moment. That was the space that I was in. And like chores or tasks was like it's like a lot of mental energy. I just didn't have it at that moment to do it. My hair, or even like clean my house. We're coming out of it. We're coming out of it. And I got the water running. We're gonna just soak this hair and try to refresh what's going on here. Okay? I am not a professional, guys. I just do what works for my hair. Two things that I know work and get my hair super clean is Dr. Bronner's peppermint soap is pretty good. And also some Dawn. Dawn gets my locks super clean. It just does it. So we put a little mixture of the two. I don't know if this is good or not for my hair, but I know it gets it clean. So I'm just gonna like soak my hair in this for a long time. And I tried to get it, it's actually really not as hot as I would like it to be. So I'm actually gonna add some hot water. Because the goal is, you gotta get out all of this gunk and stuff in my hair, so I'm really just gonna let it sit, okay? So I'll see y'all in a little. So I'm just adding some hot water from my hot water boiler, just so we can soak the hair and get all that nasty stuff out a little bit better. The peppermint smell was getting into my nose and it started to make my eyes water. So I was just like, you know what, we're just gonna drain this. But I soaked my hair for about 5 minutes before I drained it. And then I just started to go section by section. Because as dirty as my locks were, I really needed to get a really deep clean. So I was just starting from the top and then working my way to the bottom, and then putting that section to the side, and I kept going. So we already look a little bit cleaner, but don't be deceived, because for some reason when it's wet like this, you can't really see all the dirt. Not sure why. So hopefully it stays like this by the time it gets dry and everything. But yeah, we're looking a little bit better. Yeah, here we are, guys. My hair is freshly washed. I didn't give a proper introduction earlier, but welcome back. So today is just, you know, a wash and retwist, and you know, I'm just gonna tell you about my life. We're just gonna have an honest conversation. I mean, I have some notes about what I'm gonna say, but I don't know how it's gonna come out. So just if you want to come along with me on this journey, feel free, because today is we're just gonna be talking. Ooh, hair still smells like peppermint, but let's get into this. So if you guys haven't already watched my previous videos, I am at the 5-year mark. They are getting, well, now it's like 5.5. February will make 6 years, but these are the babies, and they're just getting longer and longer each month. When I get them wet, they're pretty heavy. So right now they're pretty heavy. Guys, I guess if you have locks, and I should be probably taking my own advice, definitely wear a bonnet when you go to sleep. It'll prevent lint and just all sorts of stuff that's going in your hair. I do not wear a bonnet. I'm very lazy when it comes to that stuff. I know. I need to wear a bonnet when I go to sleep. And that's how you end up with, you know, all that stuff that's in your hair. Now, I mean, granted, like sweaters and shirts and things like that, and like, you know, outside debris, naturally that stuff is automatically going to get in your hair, but try to prevent as much as you can yourself. So let's get into this because we're going to be here for a while. At least I'm going to be here for a while. Look at all of that I have to retwist. Okay, so as always, I put my hair up. Ooh, look at that, it's so long. I don't use a mirror at all. Well, I mean, I have a mirror for the front, but like I don't have a mirror for the back or anything. I kind of just feel it out with my hands. Honestly, with locks, keep them clean, you know, keep your parts relatively okay, and you should be fine, okay? Keep your hair healthy. That way you'll have healthy locks. And yeah, so I use the vitamin E oil on my scalp, and then this in combination with this to hold the retwist. Okay, so I just feel like these past couple months, honestly, not even the whole year has just been a very character building year. And I guess life in itself is character building, but this year has just been, I can just tell that God has like put me in certain positions that has just made me realize that there's some things in my life that I still need to work on. The first thing being patience, you know. I had a job, or I still have, I'm a leasing agent currently. That's my full-time job. That job in itself, having to deal with like tenants and everything, and then just people in general. Like, I'm naturally an introvert, and you might be surprised by that, but I really am an introvert. I don't feel the need to talk to anybody. If I know that we're never gonna have a future connection or future relationship, like whether it be more than friends, or just business, I'm not entertaining the conversation. I'm not doing small talk. It's just pointless to me. And like, I'm not saying that to be rude or anything like that. Like, it's just how my brain works. Like, let's just stick to business. Let's get to it. What do you need? I'm here to help you. I don't want anything more than that. With this job, like, I learned that I can't be like that. I have to be, especially when something's even commission-based. You know, leasing is slightly commission-based. Like, I get an hourly rate, and then I also get like per lease, a commission per lease that I sign. So if I'm trying to get people in these apartments, I have to, not to be fake or anything, but I really have to, like, you know, at least show them that I care in some way, shape, or form. Because, like, nobody wants to work with a leasing agent that is cold, you know, or anybody that's just cold to them. You know, God, I feel like he's just let me know, like, hey, it's okay to be an introvert or whatever, but you still have to be kind to people, you know? And I'm not saying that I was out here being mean to people. That's not what it was at all. It was more so I didn't really put any extra energy into, like, I didn't put any extra energy into conversation. It was just very like, all right, let's get to work. I guess that's the best way that I can explain it. Customer service on the phones. Any of you that do call service stuff, y'all already know. You guys already know. Like, people can just be a trip on the phone. Like, oh my gosh. If it isn't somebody yelling at you, it's just somebody be asking some really stupid questions. And I was just like, I know you can figure this out on your own. I know you have the mind capability to do this. And I'm not just talking about like the application process of the apartment. I understand that can get confusing, but like, it's like some people, they've been living in their apartment for a few months and they'll call me asking how to pay their rent. Come on. Come on now. Now, another thing is there are some people that thought that their rent was due at the end of the month. And I just like, and mind you, during the application process or just the moving process, I let everybody know your rent is due at the first of every single month. And I don't know if they're just not listening to me or what, but they'll just be like, hey, I thought it was due at the end of the month. And no, rent is prepaid, people. It's prepaid. Like, this is not like an AT&T service where it's like you use the service and then you pay. No, you pay first and it's for you to live there. All these things like would make me just like be like, why are people not using their common sense? And God had to let me know, like, what might be common sense to you might not be common sense to somebody else. And, I have to like soften up there and just kind of just like, all right, like, I'm sure you've had dumb moments in the past where you've asked some stupid questions or what seemed like stupid questions or just things that I could have probably figured out on my own. So it's just like, I can't, I have to treat people with grace, and it's hard, man. It's hard, but I definitely see an improvement with it. Like, I do feel like God has showed me that, I have to be more patient. I have to be more patient. And let's not even talk about like just the tenants, like, guys, and I didn't want to get into this right now, but I guess it kind of is hand in hand. The work environment that I was in at this particular company, just straight up toxicity, like just unprofessionalism. It was just not good at all. And I'm not going to name any names, but y'all just be careful here in Huntsville. If you guys are looking for an apartment, just do your research on the property management. I noticed that there's two types of property managements out there. There's the ones that are privately owned, and then there's the ones that are corporate. And usually the ones that are corporate have a little bit more structure, and the ones that are privately owned have a little bit less structure. And with that being said, when there's less structure, you can get away with a lot of stuff. Okay? So definitely, y'all, read your leases for sure. Read your leases in full. But anyways, back to what I was saying. The people at this company, you can tell that they had, and not even that I could tell, they literally would tell me their issues in their lives. And they were broken people. We're all broken people, but just some of the things that they've been through in their lives are not things that I've ever remotely been close to going through, And in a way, I felt bad for them, but it was just like, with their past hurts, it would just seep into the everyday like life of the job. Just the way that they handled themselves to different tenants, the way that they would talk about people behind their back, the way that they handled conflict was just, it was not good. And I saw this stuff early on, and I knew like within the first month, I was like, yeah, I can't be here too long because I don't want any of this stuff to rub off on me. I told myself I was going to give myself 1 year only. And that's exactly what I did. There was a lot of micromanagement. There was a lot of accusations without the facts. There was a lot of saying that it's a safe place, but it's not really a safe place. Like, for example, me taking a day off, they would encourage it. They'd be like, hey, like, take a day off. Like, we don't, take your mental day. If you need it, definitely do it. But then at the same time, it's like when I did take that mental day, when I came back, they had literally raided through everything that, like, all my work, and nitpick things that I might have done wrong. So now you're micromanaging me while I take my mental health day, or you're literally going through my work so you can tell me what I did wrong the next day. So it was just, it gave me like anxiety to take a day off, because it was just like, okay, am I gonna come back to work the next day, and then, you know, somebody's gonna have to say something to me, like, you didn't do this, you didn't do that, or whatnot. Like, why is there so much anxiety with me just trying to take a day off? So it came down to the point where it's like, I had to take my days off like very methodically, so that I would just set it up to where it wasn't almost like an inconvenience to them. You know, I was just really trying to like not step on any toes when I was trying to take a day off. Just other things like public reprimands. There's been multiple times where people have blown up in the office. Like, literally the managers are like yelling and screaming at each other. And like I said, I seen all of this stuff early on, and I knew eventually it would come my way. But because I was the new person there first, it was just like, you know, we're gonna be nice for now. And eventually, yeah, it did come my way. And I want to say back in July, the amount of unprofessionalism that I experienced that one day, it was just so much yelling and screaming inside of the office. I was just like, all right. I was like, this is over. Like, I'm done. I'm done with this from now on. Like, and that's when I started looking for a new job. And thank God I found a new job in another property management position that is right down the street from where I live, higher pay and everything. So I'm really thanking God about that. But I was definitely starting to feel burnt out over there, because not only was I leasing for one of their properties, which I originally had, took the job for, but they ended up consolidating all of their properties into one office. So I ended up being the leasing agent for 3 of their properties. So that's not a normal thing for a leasing agent. You're supposed to be just the one leasing agent for the one property. So just imagine taking all the phone calls, all the walk-ins, all the just leads for 3 properties. And then people telling you, oh, you're not doing your job well enough because you're not time managing well. Ma'am, this is not what I signed up for. And you might be asking, okay, Winnie, why did you even stay as long as you did there? I needed the money. It's just that simple. I needed the money, and I wasn't able to find a job soon enough to really get out of there. And then on top of that, like, I told myself I wanted to commit at least a year, you know, and I was like, maybe God has me here for a reason, to help me to learn certain things. And yeah, I definitely believe that, but that time was over and done with after that last straw, on that day that there was just so much chaos. So guys, I just want to encourage you guys not to put up with toxic work environments, because they can really have like an effect on your mental, you know. And I found myself like having a hard time getting up out of bed and going to work, because I was just like, what is it going to be this week? What is it going to be today? Who wants to live their life like that? And it's just like, I know that these people at this job location were used to that on a daily basis, but I'm not used to that, and I'm not going to put up with that on a daily basis. This is not my normal. This is y'all's normal. What, Tinka? What you want? Yeah, this is not my normal. This is you guys' normal, and I'm not going to adapt to toxicity. It's just not going to happen. Moving on, we're not going to give that place any more energy, because like I said, God was able to bless me with a new job, higher pay, higher bonuses, right near my house. Just everything that so far. So far from what I can see, everything seems good. They even have HR. That's important, guys. Make sure that your jobs have HR, because if they don't, then that might be a problem for you in the future. So continuing to more positive things, I do have some part-time things that I'm doing currently. I am in real estate, and I just recently switched brokerages. I am with Retwist Realty Group, and just already from jump, I love these people. They are just amazing. They are a Christian based brokerage, real estate brokerage here in Huntsville. Like I said, Virtuous Realty Group, look us up. My broker is just amazing. I love her. She's just been so encouraging to me. She's just been letting me know, like, you're gonna do great. We're gonna succeed with this. And just her words of encouragement has just made me so excited to get started with real estate again. I had to take a break because for financial reasons, if you're not making money in real estate, it's gonna suck the money out of you. So this is my second go around, and I am so pumped. I'm so excited, and I know that we're gonna do great things this time around. It's gonna be good. It's gonna be great. Other than real estate, my other part-time little shindig, I be trying to make money, y'all. I be trying to do little things. But so my piano teaching business has been gaining some traction too. I got a new student not too long ago, so that it has been exciting. Yeah, like for some reason, I just feel really good about both of those two things. I feel like God is like telling me not to be so afraid to like put myself out there and just go for it and just do it. Like, and honestly, a lot of the times we be holding ourselves back, from doing things that we really want to do, like our dreams and our goals in life. Like, if there's something that you want to do, like, figure out the steps to get there, and then start making, like, baby steps. Nobody's telling you to do like one big grand thing, when you first start off. Like, for example, like starting a YouTube channel. Your first YouTube video is not going to be, it's not going to be your best quality, but it's like the fact that you started is what's important, because from there is where you can improve and, see what you can do to make things better. It's like you gotta get past your mind. And I think that's one of the biggest things that I'm like learning, is to just get over the, oh, this is gonna fail, like just the negative talk in your head. Just whatever it is that's like holding you back mentally, try to identify it and fill your head with more positive talk to yourself. Give it to God as well. Like, pray about it. Ask God to open doors for you, and He will do that. He'll definitely do that for you if it's in His will. And if it's something that's a good thing, like it's not anything that He's not gonna want to give you. Like, God's not gonna withhold good things from us, especially if it's something that is gonna help people. So go for it, guys. Go for it. Do it. Have faith. You might have moments where you feel a little bit discouraged, but keep pushing through that, And I'm talking to myself right now. Like, honestly, I am talking to myself. So yeah, since I turned 30 back in January, I'm coming to the realization that I just need to get going with all the stuff that I've always wanted to do in life, and because it's just not gonna like fall into my lap. Like, I have to actually make steps to do those things, I feel like COVID kind of took about like 3 years off of everybody's life, so it kind of like sped up my 20s a little bit quicker than I anticipated. And now you turn around and you're 29 years old and you're just like, wait a minute, like I'm still in the same place that I was when I was like 26. What is going on? I want to say 2020 was the year that I was just like, all right, like Wanique, let's get some things rolling. You've always wanted to do real estate. Let's just get our real estate license. Let's just do it. And I did. I would just say, just go for whatever you guys are trying to do, you know? Just do it. And not even just career-wise, but also just being a better you, going to the gym. I have not been going to the gym. Neither do I have a gym regimen, gym schedule right now, because I just can't get up in the morning, y'all. I really cannot. Like, it is a struggle for me to get up like super early in the morning, but we're doing better. Speaking of getting up in the morning, one thing that I am trying to like implement into my life is like a morning routine. A morning routine. Who has a morning routine? Please, in the comments below, just share with me your morning routine, because I need help. Usually, like, I'm not that hungry in the morning, so it's like I'm not really like making breakfast. I don't know, whenever it's like 6:30 and I wake up, I'm like, this is not, I shouldn't be awake right now. And I will go right back to sleep. And I know it's bad, but all the successful people that keep giving me advice are telling me, like, when you have to pretty much wake up and you have to have a morning routine. So God help us. God help me, because I really do hate waking up early in the morning. And the thing is, I wouldn't mind it if I was actually rested. And it's not like I'm like some night owl that stays up until like, 1, 2 o'clock in the morning, because I don't. I usually go to bed by 10:30, but it's like, do I need to be going to bed at 9? Like, I don't even think I get tired at 9. I know I get tired around like 10-ish, 10:30. So I guess it's just a matter of me, training my body to do those things. Because right now, girl, it ain't happening. It ain't happening. All right, y'all. So I'm going to put this on pause. I'm just going to finish the rest of my hair and I'm going to come back. Okay? All right, we're back. And I went ahead and blow dried it for about 5 minutes. I don't have like one of those, like, I don't even know what they're called, but those hair dryers that go all the way around. I don't have one of those. I have the normal one. So I kind of just like do that for about 5 minutes, and then keep these in for at least an hour, because I cannot go to sleep with this, and it's very uncomfortable. But this is it, y'all. Woo. Wow. Your girl's hair is getting so long. Oh my gosh. This is crazy. Wow. I would have never, well, I knew this day was coming, but the fact that it's like here is wild to me. Wow, I have 5-year-old locks. That is crazy. That's so wild. Okay, y'all, well, that's about it. It's kind of late tonight, so I don't know what I'm about to do for the rest of the night. I will see y'all in another update video. Ooh, that looks so cute. I ain't even got makeup on. Let me chill out. All right, y'all. I'll see you later. Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe. And we'll see you on the next video, okay? Bye.